All right, if there's one shot that I guarantee you, it's the easiest way to play well. That's what I call the push draw. On a push draw, the ball starts to the right of the target line. So if you imagine on the screen here, that straight line going ahead, that's my target. That'd be the middle of the fairway, the middle of the green, wherever you're aiming. That ball's going to start to the right of that every single time, and every single time that ball is going to draw back. Well, there's three really easy steps. If we get these 3 steps right, then you can hit that push draw. And again, like I said, it's the easiest way to really shoot low scores and hit a lot of good, clean, consistent shots. You can hit a fade. I like to hit a fade a lot of times, but it's a little bit more advanced. This is the easiest way to play well. So let's go ahead and hit a few shots here, and let's talk about the steps. Step number 1, and the piece that everybody gets wrong, is they don't get the face releasing through contact enough. You see, when I set up to this ball, if I just pull my hands forward, naturally what happens is the club face opens up. So as I drag my hands toward the target, look how the face is now going out to the right. Now, when I try to draw the ball, a lot of times people are trying to overcome that. The face is open, 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 and they're trying to save it at the last second. What we need to do is we need to make it absolutely second nature to where this club is releasing all the way through contact. So if I grab a little club face pointer here, stick it on my club, show them where the face is pointing, I want that to be closing down or releasing the entire time through contact. I never want to have that face opening up like this or kind of holding the face off. I've got to turn it down. So that's what we're going to start with, and that's the biggest piece to making this happen. Now, there's 2 steps to making the face close. Number 1, we got to exaggerate the heck out of it by using some specific wrist movements. And then number 2, we make sure that we basically get the release the right way that we want to have it. So let's go on number 1 here. I want to go ahead, release the absolute heck out of this thing. So what I'm going to feel like now is I'm going to release this club to where when I come through contact and my club is parallel with the ground in the follow through, I want that face pointing straight down to the ground. And in order to do that, this would be straight up and down. What most people would think of as kind of a square release. It's actually a little bit more closing than a square release. But I want that face to be pointing like this. So I don't want it to be here. I want it to be turned all the way on over until it's down to the ground. My forearms are touching. The logo of my glove is pointing toward the ground. If I was to open my left hand, the palm would be to the sky. So I'm just kind of throwing my hand like this. Like if I was going to throw a Frisbee, that's how I'd make it feel. Same thing with the right hand. I'm going to roll that hand over until the palm of the hand is now facing the ground, and that's going to look like that. So my forearms are touching, right palm to the ground, left palm up toward the sky. If I do that, that's going to close that face so much, it's going to shoot into the left side of the screen here. So I'm actually trying to hit this pole that you'll see over here, this metal pole. I'm hoping that I hit my golf ball into that. It's going to be that exaggerated. So let's see if the machine will pick it up. Sometimes when you hit these crazy shots, it's not expecting you to hit one 45 degrees to the left. Doesn't always pick them up, but I'll do my best here. There we go. So really rolled it over, and you'll see in my follow through, palms down to palm up, big time hook. If we're looking at the screen here, we're seeing that my club path, I didn't swing to the left to make that ball go left. I actually swung 3.3 degrees to the right. I swung to the right, but it was me releasing that face so much that got it to go to the left there. My face was 11 degrees closed to my path. Or basically what it's saying is, if this is square straight ahead toward the target, my face is 11 degrees closed. I want you to go even more than that. Hit 5, 10, 15, however many balls it takes you. If you can do it right away, great, we can move on to the next thing. But I'll be honest, you've probably tried something similar to that, and that's not really going to cure it forever if you struggle for this. The next thing I'm going to do, which is going to make it harder, is what's going to cure it forever. Now I want you to go ahead and set up to the camera here, face straight up and down, and we're going to make it tough so it lasts for your lifetime. I'm going to open the face. I'm going to take my normal grip, and then I'm going to open the face about 15, 20 degrees, way open, and I'm going to set up to this golf ball. Now if I hit that one and swung through there with my normal swing, that's going to shoot into the right side of the screen. It's going to be absolutely terrible. So I have to really close this down to get that ball to draw. I mean, I got to work triple overtime to make that happen. What you'll find is, again, just try to make it match up to this point right here. You'll start rolling the club from the inside, squaring it up from the inside earlier, so that face starts to close down earlier. It continues to close down through the shot and closes down even more after the shot. So I'm going to set up with the face open, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get that thing to roll on over there. Let's give that a shot. There we go. Another big hook, another one that curved from right to left quite a bit. Again, I swung to the right, 6 degrees to the right, but that one the face was closed 16 degrees. So I had to roll my hands like crazy to get that club to close down. Now that's the draw part. As long as that face is drawing down, we did super exaggeration there. As long as that face is drawing, or that face is closing, that ball is going to turn over from right to left. Now let's get the path part correct, and let's tone this down a little bit. This is an awesome drill. You don't have to use range buckets when you're doing this, but I found they work really well, and I like them because they're just laying around at the driving range when you go to practice. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to pretend this is my target line. I'm going to set this basket about a foot behind the golf ball and right on that golf ball's line. So the outside of the golf ball right here would be in line with the basket there. So this basket, same thing. There's the target line. And I'm going to put this basket about 6 inches inside of this golf ball and about a foot in front of it also. So that's where I'm going to set up these two baskets. Now, once you get those set up, especially if you're hitting off mats, you can just hit it from the same spot every single time. So what I've done here is if I come over the top, I'm going to smack into this basket. You can start them a little bit farther out so you don't accidentally hit one of the baskets and break your club or break or get hurt or something like that. So start out slow, little chip shots while you're doing this too. And I love this one because now it gets me in a position to where there's this giant path that I can swing my club. That's the push part of this push draw. And it's going to make it really easy here. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my shoulders a little bit closed. And I'm going to get my upper body a little tilted back. So again, what I'm doing is I'm aligning my body in a way to where I can swing down this path that it sees that this making happen. Now again, this is going to be a little exaggerated. I'm ideally going to probably swing 6 or 8 degrees inside out to overdo it, but I really want to get that ball starting right every single time, and I want to get that ball turning over from right to left. So now here, I'm not going to roll my arms quite as much. I'll tone it down a little bit to where the face is still releasing. It's not toe up. It's turning on over, but it's not all the way down to the ground. And I'm going to have that feeling as I swing inside out with this. So let's go ahead and try one out. This should be getting into that nice little push draw here. There we go. Even though I didn't hit that one the best, started to the right of the target line, drew back on the target line. Very, very repeatable. So even if you don't hit a great shot, it's going to be just a repeatable pattern. Now there's two last little pieces that I think are really important that I like about this drill a lot. A lot of times what players will do is hang back. So they'll get it from the inside, but they'll be grounding out somewhere here. And what ends up happening, they're trying to come from the inside, but then they'll release the club and it'll kind of smack into this inside basket here. What I want you to feel like you're doing is getting a little weight shift to the left as you're doing that. So my upper body, this is a real key. All the great pros are keeping the body angled back as they shift to the left. So as you start to get a little bit of a weight shift to your left foot, as you start the downswing there, I'm starting to get it from the inside in the slot here. I'm getting my shift. I don't want to get my upper body on top of it. I want to imagine my nose pointing at the back of the golf ball, the inside of the golf ball as I shift to the left. That makes it really easy to get this path inside out. There we go, another one. That's going to start to the right. It's going to draw back every single time. Finally here, I love, one of the things that I see players do all the time is fold up their arms early. So they start to do this type of motion, and when you fold them up, again, it wants to hit this basket a little bit easier. Here, I really feel like I'm going to shift to the left, and then I'm going to extend my arms long. Imagine Ben Hogan, Tiger Woods, Jason Day, Adam Scott. Really long extension, like you're going to get that ball to smush on the face and just carry all the way through there. That's going to be a great feeling to have, and these two little baskets can be great for that too. There we go, lots of extension on that one. So I'm hitting 3, 4, 5 shots in a row. Every one of them starts to the right, every one of them draws back. And then from there, if we really want to get fantastic with this, we can just tone it down a little bit. Start a little closer to the target line, don't swing quite as far to the right. Maybe you can get these buckets a little bit more squared up to where you give yourself a bit more room. You swing a little bit more straight. The club doesn't release quite as much, and you start to tighten that out, getting that really nice tight draw as that's happening. Now, the main thing I see players struggle with on this is actually closing the face early enough. A lot of times players, again, like I said, they'll want to have the face open, and if I'm looking kind of halfway down, this leading edge of the club is pointing up, and then they're trying to do all that closing way late. So the face ends up still being open here. What the pros are doing is they're actually getting this club to close at this point of the swing. So if you pause their swing, they're either going to be toe up or closed, more closed than that. And there's a very specific way that you can do that. I have a great drill for it called the tennis racket drill. And step by step, I'll just show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to play a bonus video here in a second, and I'm going to lead exactly what you should feel like with your left hand. Or if you're not very good feeling your left hand, that's fine. We're going to talk about what we do with the right hand and specifically the knuckles on the right hand to get that move down once and for all. All you need to do is go ahead and click on the card that you see pop up somewhere on the screen. If you don't see that card, don't worry. Just go down to the link in the description below, and you'll get instant access to that tennis racket drill. You'll get it squared up early, and once you do that, once you do this tennis racket drill, it pairs in seamlessly with what we did here today. You're going to feel like that ball is going to turn over from right to left every single time without even thinking about it. You get out of your car, you walk up to the range, you hit the very first shot of the day, boom, it's that nice draw from right to left. So let's go ahead and do the tennis racket drill. I can't wait to share with you some of the secrets of how those pros are squaring up the wrist. Let's get started right now. Good player problems. We're going to talk about shallowing that club shaft out as we're starting down, as we're doing this rotating of the face that we worked on in the last video. As we start this downswing, what you'll see with basically all of the top players is instead of coming kind of over the top and letting the hands come out away from their body, letting the club come out away from their body, again coming down steep into the ball and then having to open up, kind of fillet open the face and add loft to it. The flattening of the shaft should happen as soon as we start down. So as we start this downswing, what we want to have happening here, you can imagine that if I draw a line from the hosel of my club up through my right elbow, that's my swing plane line, my elbow plane. As I go to the top of the swing, I'm going to be slightly above that. And then as I start down, I want my hands to start to shallow out. I want the club to shallow out inside of this elbow plane. And at the same time, I'm going to be